Hello and welcome to India Today. I am Sanjay Ponappa with Maruti Acharya. Today I am joined with this team who've created this sweet film called Theertharoopa Thandeyavarige. I am joined with Mr. Ravindra Vijay who plays the Theertharoopa Thandeyavarige, I am guessing, and the director Jagannatha sir. First of all, how are you guys today?
Good. This is not the entire team.
Yeah, of course.
It's just a very small section of what you see there.
How was it shooting for this film, sir?
For me, it was right from the time I met him when he narrated the story, which I really loved. And then working with him and the team was a joy. I'm not saying that because he's seated here. Because it was truly a joy. We got to travel. In some sense, the movie can also be partly described as a road movie. So we got to travel to some very unique locations and right from Mysore, Cochin to Meghalaya, and then they traveled lots more. This was just with me, so it was quite a beautiful experience.
How was your experience? Because as an actor, the experience can be pleasant, but for a director, it is sometimes different. So as a director, how was it?
Yeah, as a director, I really enjoyed because I love the travel, the drama films. No, in this film, the story itself, Theertharoopa Thandeyavarige, In Search of Father. We traveled as told, and Kochi, we some portions we shot, and the place called Nanjaran. We shot there in Meghalaya only. It's a beautiful place. And Cherrapunji, you know, the highest rainfall in Cherrapunji. But when we shot the shoot, at the time there is no rainfall.
Were you there expecting for the rainfall shot?
No, we didn't expect. But it was a beautiful journey for me, the whole experience. And we went, before the shoot happened, 5-6 days for the recce, the places, and line producer from the Meghalaya and Shillong, they helped a lot. And hopefully we shot beautiful places, and particularly, if the story is traveling there, we are not, the showcasing the landscape of, if the story is traveling to there, that's why we are not establishing the landscape. But how the story demands, those places only we establish. And the many places we shot, the first half of the film, 40% of we shot in Mudigere only, because the character, the character named Prithvi, he's the protagonist, around the story travels. He's a vlogger basically. We shot in Mudigere, and Sitaram ma'am portions and the Prithvi portions we shot there only. And the rest of the portions, the Mysore, the flashback portion, whatever that we shot. And the second half is completely the travel portions.
Yes, I saw it in the trailer that the beauty is there. The beauty of all these scenic locations are definitely there. But the story seems a little more intense than, just beautiful. Yeah. So what is the story about?
Yeah, it's basically this story revolves around how the family dysfunctional because of some incident happened in one beautiful family. How they separated, and whether they'll reunite together. Whether it may be the small mistake or big, because if this mistake happen, it will take sometimes to reunion. It may take 10 days or it may take years also. In Theertharoopa Thandeyavarige, what is that mistake and why the family become dysfunctional? This is the story, the basic plot story, and majorly the human complexity around that, the emotions.
Ravindra sir, and
so
what about the story?
Add on to that, sometimes certain actions by us or the people around us, we tend to amplify its implications in our head. It takes quite a different proportion compared to reality, because we constantly ruminate about it, overthink, and then it becomes this colossal problem which bears us down, and sometimes we get crushed under the sheer weight of overthinking. So some such thing happens where it could have been handled better, but somewhere the family lets go and the family splinters, and then due to circumstances, due to people, they get separated, and then there is a quest, there is a search, there are a lot of misunderstandings, because a lot of the times we don't speak what's in our heart.
Correct.
So
sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
Right. So is this complexity what attracted you to the story?
Definitely, because it's an intense story of longings, searching for love, searching for lost love, of bringing the family together. It's almost, one could say it's a Christmassy movie, but it has its own complex layers, people, relation.
A Christmassy movie arriving on New Year's.
On New Year's.
Like we established earlier, there's a lot of traveling going on.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
as an actor, I don't think there is any lack of traveling, but exploring becomes the tougher part. So,
Definitely.
what is traveling? What does that mean to you?
Traveling, sometimes right now it's like I wished for so much travel, and sometimes I feel now I'm beginning to tire because the frequency and intensity has become so much. Like you go shoot, say you shoot till 6 in the morning and then rush to the airport, take the flight, go to the next place again, and filmmakers shoot up to the last minute, and it's only in the last minute the creativity really goes up. So when the lights going down and the sun is setting is when they want to can as many shots as possible, and it is tiring, but it's also beautiful to travel across geographies, across languages, across cultures, food, and new languages. Sometimes I'm shooting a Tamil movie, then go shoot a Telugu one, and that happened with this also, with Theertharoopa Thandeyavarige, Tamil, Telugu, and then coming back to doing Kannada. So, and we saw some insanely beautiful locations where, I mean, they had to carry a lot of heavy equipment, walk along a cliff's edge in narrow stones, one slip and you're down the cliff, and panting and puffing, and as you go on in higher and higher altitude, it was insanely beautiful.
What does traveling mean to you as a writer and a director? Does it, influence you, inspire you to write more stories?
No, I never traveled to write something because I travel purposefully. I went, to write, but I didn't get the ideas. Okay, to get the ideas, I mean, it may comes in a home also, in the travel also, in that while riding the bike also. We don't know where I get. In fact, this climax one scene is there. I got the idea in the film. Okay, I watching the film. Okay, in the interval point, I got the idea. I just came out of the film and I wrote it. Like that, we don't know. Okay, but I love to travel. Yeah, that's it.
Sometimes creators, music creators or writers or filmmakers, they're like, you go to a beautiful location in Ooty or somewhere up in the hills or by the beach side, so you get inspiration. For a lot of people, they go to their office, open their laptop and start writing at 9 in the morning. And it's like going to a regular job. Each time if I'm looking for inspiration, I mean, some people have the luxury and the comfort. It works for them. Some people just go sit, write. I'll write 5 pages today, and they write.
Yeah. Because once you get the ideas or plot, then after that to establish whatever the thing, the screenplay and everything, you just write it and down. But to get that idea, okay, I never travel.
On another note, so I've read that you were a doctor before you entered acting.
Yes.
Where did you get the bravery, the guts to just leave a profession like that and then get into passion? Because there's a lot of people who are always stuck with work and don't get to do what they like to do. So how did you find that guts?
I don't know if it's guts or madness. It was, or just an impulsive decision to jump straight in. And it was also much early on. If would I have taken that decision right now? Maybe, but maybe not. But it was like, I wanted to study medicine. I studied, and then somewhere I got exposed to theatre, and I wanted to do theatre. So now that I become a doctor, I like, okay, let me try acting. It was as easy as that in my head, but clearly the reality was very different, and people around me saw it in a very different manner. I'm sure all of us here have a professional. He's got an engineering degree. He used to teach.
Oh.
Yeah, I was mechanical engineering. I used to teach for the mechanical subjects.
He's a postgrad.
Yeah, postgrad, MTech I did. Yeah.
We also should have gotten another degree and then come into this. We got a journalism degree.
But I took always example. Okay, Ravindra sir, he's a doctor. He worked for this. Then he quit the job. I
think I'd made up my mind to start doing theatre full time. but articulating it to myself and people around me took a while. It was not to do films, it was to do theatre.
Okay.
And that's what I did.
That is even more riskier, isn't it?
Both are riskier. I mean, imagine the number of people who come into Madras, Bangalore, or Hyderabad every day wanting to get into films. The numbers are insanely high.
Right.
And theatres, it's slightly lesser. But something about performing in front of people and the live audience and the exchanges while performing, the improvs, the conversations that you end up having with creators, co-creators. Something was energizing about that.
I have this question. Please don't get me wrong, but when I look at your filmography is such that there's big films in which you play small roles, and then there's a lot of small films in which you play really big and impactful roles. Is that an active choice that creatively I want this?
I go by what comes my way and what appeals to me. A lot of stuff comes my way, and whatever appeals to me, I take. Sometimes, what do you call big films? You mean big budget
Right,
films?
yeah.
They have their calculations of someone from this language industry, someone from that language industry. Now it's become more of a trend, no? Everything is pan-India.
Yes.
Nothing's like a local film.
Yeah.
Nothing's a regional film. Everything is pan-India. So assortment of actors, and then complex mathematics happens behind it. And does it serve the story or not? It happens. Whatever that has come my way, even in quote unquote big movies, what I liked is what I took up.
Okay.
I did not take up everything that came my way. And that is so is the case with the so-called smaller movies also.
Anand, have you watched Hundi Si Bareri?
Yes,
So how did you find that film?
I found it kind of a new language, and it was quite refreshing.
If somebody hasn't watched it, it is highly recommended. Please do find it on OTT and watch it. But tell me about the experience of shooting that film, sir, because it was your debut. There's a lot of hardships too. I think you also produced the film. So what were the struggles? How did the story come about?
Very long journey, because I took almost 4 years to complete that film, because the film started in 2019. Okay, 2019 before the lockdown happens. Okay, before that we shot almost 42 days. Then later 1 year no shoot, because the investor after the COVID they left. Then after that my friends invested and they helped me. That's how that produced, because I am the person taking care all the department, production and everything. Because in that film, let's say the multi-star cast, there are 8 artists,
Yeah.
but they helped me because they supported me a lot, because they love the script. Because when I narrate the script, at that time I always felt this is your story, this is the screen space, maybe 10 minutes. That's why it took your 3 hours. I completely narrate the script. If you like it, then only we'll do this project. Like that, I narrated everybody. That's how it happens. They liked it. And literally, how the title itself, Hondisi Bareri, that's how I, Hondiskondo mani ella serbit Hondisi Bareri. That's how I made the film. Okay, that's how it happens. But the Hondisi Bareri happened. It's took 4 years, but the reach and everything, whatever the thing, it exceptionally received in OTT when it comes
To this day.
to this day.
2023 it's received highest streaming in Amazon Prime. After that my intention was let's reach to the people. After that I released in YouTube also, when the satellite rate for the Z happened. Then after that I released in YouTube also, because let's watch freely. Then for the first filmmaker, I need to this is my story. I should talk with the people. I need a feedback, direct connection with the people. So that's why I'm till today, because the Hondisi is a completely case study for me. Because the audio rights also we only released in our platform only. That's how this is a complete case study for me, Hondisi Bareri.
So
And people send money.
Yeah, of course. Till today, I'm the first person put a scan code in YouTube. Who will send the money? They watched it and they send money. Till today, they'll send the money.
That's
So I'm like, I should have watched it in theaters.
Yeah.
Here you go. I mean, whatever they can contribute, they
If you like it, then only. Because I'm not, just pay and watch. No. If you like it, then only.
I thought Amir Khan sir's Sitare Zameen Par was the first. This one was the first actually.
Yeah.
Sweet. But what was the after effects of the release? Because
No, actually, I don't know. The release is not in our hand, whether it is a wrong release, and I can't climb on that thing. But the people used to come to the theater. It's a very small release. It runs in 50 days in the theater. Everybody they're telling it's a good story, good film. Everybody they're praising almost that. But the conversion is because that's why I never celebrated. It's a 50 days. Almost the 38,000 people they watched in
In the
theater.
theatre.
That's all. But I got good responses in the OTT.
Another big conversation that is in buzz right now is the work hours. For a film like this, does sticking to a schedule work, a 9-hour shift, does it work? Or for films like these, do you need to give that extra leeway to just make the film right and then think about all the shifts and timings and stuff? How does it work on sets like these?
No, the sets works and the there is a for the lightmen whatever they're based on the particular hours only. But I mean you added to that maybe the actors and how
See, for instance, they are the unionized members.
union members. Yeah.
There are limitations in terms of work hours. But sometimes when you're traveling, when you're on a tight budget, and at the end of the day, this is a gig economy. And this is not a 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, 300 days a year kind of a setup. When there is work, there's work. When there's no work, there is no work. Amidst all of this, we try and negotiate and try and see if we could get adequate rest hours, because one is not shooting through the day as actors.
Correct.
We try and negotiate a space for rest, for workout, for meals. And it's a union guys, the lighting people, the camera crew, the art department,
Costume.
the makeup, the costume, they're there through the day. So somewhere a balance has to be found. I might be like not giving you a straight of answer because there is no straight of answer.
To each person their own.
Yeah,
sort of-
because you might be shooting for 30 days and then for the next 40 days you won't have work at all. Or maybe for the rest of the year also you might not have work. So people have gotten used to it. But in an ideal case scenario, yes, we need regulated hours, fixed shoot hours, regulated breaks, washroom facilities, changing facilities, but we don't live in an ideal world. It happens in a few productions, but it also needs, it's a matter of scale and production management, drawing up call sheets, sticking to call sheets, ensuring there's safety on set. All the mandatory workplace regulations are in place. There is someone to enforce it. Very few productions are doing it, and very few of them are capable of doing it.
I mean, everything is depends on how we are shooting, in what scale, whether it's a big camera or it's a very small camera, indie type of making, depends on that. Yeah, if it is indie type of making, that doesn't work. All the shift and all. Yeah,
And even in non-indie, like commercial cinema space, a lot of shooting here in India happens in chaos. Amidst that chaos, something comes up. Well, very few production houses, which I've seen in Bombay, some maybe in Tamil or Telugu, but Bombay's kind of has it, they have that workflow. They have the proper hierarchy and everything is organized. Of course, there is chaos beyond that, but that's a well-oiled machinery that like functions.
And is that something the industries in the south has to kind of adapt in their own way?
I think ideally we should all get there because that is modeled on the West,
Right.
and hopefully we get there sometime.
Right. Thank you so much for giving
Thank
us your
you,
time.
thank you.
It was a pleasure talking to you guys. All the best for the film.
Thank you.
Definitely
Thank you.
looking forward to New Year's and celebrating it with both of you
Thank
and
you.
the rest of the cast as well. So, Theertharoopa Thandeyavarige is.
by the way, what's your New Year plan? You should come to the theatre for Theertharoopa.
We'll make it.
Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
struggle, but we will be there.
Okay, please come. Right.
So, Theertharoopa Thandeyavarige is coming to the theatres on 1st January. Make sure to check out the trailer. It just dropped 3 days ago. Make sure to check that out and build that interest and make sure to head out, make some time on the first day of the year and watch the film. With that, I'm Sanjay Ponnappa with Maruti Acharya and you're watching India Today.